What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining us once again. Welcome to Wrestle-MaGiC Hot Topic. This is the Hot Topic series where we take three topics, and we will cover them back to back to back. And it's just random stuff, whether it be a booking scenario that we have in our hand, to a news story that broke out. It's just a bunch of different things here and there. So, without further ado, let's jump into the first topic. What the topics are. First, it's going to be Omega versus Okada II, how that was, and what the possibility of Omega Okada III is going to be like. We have a scenario where if you had to book a Survivor Series tag team match between two out of these three, NXT, 205 Live, and the UK show, which two would you pick, and what would your teams be? And finally, we're going to do a top 5 list, doesn't matter if people are dead or alive, of new era stars versus legends. And
this is literally like
fantasy booking day.
Pretty much. For the third topic, imagine what the roster will look like on 2K19, and basically the matches you could have then.
Yep.
Because a lot of the people that we have here are NXT still, so by 2K19 they should be like come with the game.
Right.
Most of these people.
Alright, so let's just jump right into the first topic, which is Omega Okada. So now, gentle viewers of the YouTube world, I will have to look you in the face and admit that I was wrong. Yes, I know. Shocker.
Same.
We were wrong. We were wrong. We made a very extensive argument.
That Omega versus Okada 2 would not be as good as the first one.
And it should not have happened, but it did.
And it was better.
It pulled a 6.25 star rating from Dave Meltzer. So, for those of you who don't know who Dave Meltzer is, first off, how did you get here? Why did you click on this video? Second off, Dave Meltzer is the person who rates wrestling matches religiously, and his words pretty much taken as gospel.
With the exception of a couple matches here and there.
Omega versus Okada in Wrestle Kingdom in January trumped the 5-star rating, which was the highest that Dave Meltzer would go, and they got a 6-star. And Dave Meltzer said it was one of the best wrestling matches, or the best wrestling match he's ever seen.
Reminder, he's only given one other wrestling match a 6-star rating, and it was an untelevised house show between Ric Flair and Ricky Steamboat. So
it was a big deal. So, us thinking, he already topped it once, they cannot do it again. That's physically impossible.
But we underestimated the sheer workhorses known as Kenny Omega and Kazuchika Okada.
And I ended up watching the match because I know I watched the match like fairly recent after it happened. I didn't see the star rating. I had to see the match because I wanted to see if it was better or worse or not. And if I have to eat my words every time they do it and they do a better match, I'll eat my words every single time. Because
there are some tasty words.
There are some tasty words, especially with that 6.25 star sprinkle all over it. Jinx. So there were some great spots in the match, like Kenny Omega finally hitting the one-winged angel, but not being able to make the cover for it because he was so tired.
And possibly, and what Dave Meltzer claims is the best spot of the year so far, or of all time maybe, which is where Okada tries to hit a Rainmaker, but Kenny Omega is so exhausted he just collapses and dodges it by accident.
Right. And you know what? They did that thing on 205 Live. They did it on 205 Live with Sean and Neville, I believe.
That shows you how good the spot was.
They did another spot on 205 Live, and it was, where Titus O'Neil said something about Rich Swann's hair earlier in the show, and Neville grabbed him by his hair. And you saw the look of anger and frustration on Rich Swann's face, and he just super kicks the crap out of him. So it was like it was a really fun match on 205 Live.
Mm-hmm.
So we have what is the one thing that Omega versus Okada 3 is going to do to top it? 6.25 has to be their ceiling. Unless they go a 2-hour Iron Man match.
2-hour no DQ Iron Man match.
Either that or I don't even know, man. Have Omega win with the one-winged angel finally. And I love how the first match set that up to where, man, if Omega had hit that one-winged angel at Wrestle Kingdom, he would be the champion right now.
That's the point of the storytelling. So the storytelling right now feels like it's going this way.
Oh, by the way,
you've got one match where Omega loses, but what?
I'm trying to say, before you continue, just so you guys know the result of the match, spoiler alert, Omega versus Okada ended in a 60-minute time limit draw.
They wrestled a 1-hour long draw.
Alright, continue. What you're saying.
Storytelling is basically going this way. Omega takes on Okada. Almost kind of wins. But Okada is worse for wear after the match is over. Like you can tell he's really tired. This match, both men wrestle until they're very tired, and neither of them win. So the logical next step is Omega Okada 3 is going to be the closing match for their feud, and Omega's got to win this. Because at this point, he may be a heel in Japan, but he's a heel. But like, they may be booking him as a heel, but right now Japanese fans are probably going like, yeah, we've had Okada for a while, and Omega's just trying so hard. Just give him the darn title.
Yeah.
He's trying so hard.
So when winning the belt is going to put this over and make it better. And honestly, I don't see much else that needs to change.
No. So you said that 6.25 has to be their ceiling. We said the same thing when they had wrestled a 6-star match.
I know
we've been wrong before.
I know
we will be wrong again. Maybe not about this, but something.
Well, I honestly think that if Dave Meltzer goes any higher, I think his system's broken. Even though the match is
no, he says that there have been times in his career throughout history where wrestling just gets to a point where he has to basically reset his system.
Right.
And every match that he's rated previously has kind of stepped down a notch just because wrestling it's
getting better. The wrestling itself is getting better.
Mm-hmm.
That makes a lot of sense.
So what we could be like, maybe not quite yet because it's only these two guys who are doing this, but at some point there will be another two guys who work really well together, and Dave Meltzer rates really highly. So what I'm thinking is we're getting close to a reset point. It just so happens that this is the biggest step.
Oh yeah.
In wrestling resets, because everything else is probably just like, anytime he had to reset his scale, it was probably just like, there's a lot of 5-star matches going on. Maybe I just need to reset my. Like this is like an even bigger step. Like you've got all these 4 to 4.5 star matches going on, and then he's got these two guys.
Yeah.
That just work way too well together.
So I'm expecting big things from Omega Okada 3. However, I'm not going to give my hopes up just yet. I still think that this has to be their ceiling. But if I'm wrong, again, tasty words.
Tasty words. There's our first t-shirt.
Hashtag tasty words.
There's our first t-shirt.
Please.
Hashtag tasty birds.
Alright, moving on to our second hot topic. So we have given each other the task of making a Survivor Series match between either the NXT guys, the 205 Live guys, or the UK show. And just two of those three, not all three. And then
all three would be a little too much to book, but it would be fun.
And then having a Survivor Series elimination match at Survivor Series. So, again, we need to stop recording these tonight. So, you looks like you picked NXT and 205 Live. I'm going to pick NXT in the UK, guys.
Yeah, sorry we're not doing 205 Live versus UK, but we did say that the team leaders in that case would be Neville and Pete Dunne, which would be so fun. Imagine the promos.
Oh my gosh.
Imagine the promos. Imagine the wrestling.
Alright, so I want to preface this. I actually made a team for all three people. All three groups. So, in the UK group, we have Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate, Trent Seven, Jordan Devlin,
Right.
Finn Balor, and Wolfgang. No. Instead of Jordan Devlin, Mark Andrews.
Okay.
So those five. For 205 Live, you have Neville, Austin Aries, Akira Tozawa, Cedric Alexander.
Gallagher?
I was going to say TJP.
Oh, TJ. Oh, yeah, TJP. Oh, why don't I have him here?
So, Neville, Alexander, Tozawa, Aries, and TJP.
Ours only differ by one person.
And then for NXT, Aleister Black, Drew McIntyre, Cassius Ohno.
I don't have him on here. Shoot.
Cassius Ohno, Roderick Strong, basically Team Indy, and who did I have? I wanted to have somebody who's getting their chops in. Screw it, Bobby Roode. So Bobby Roode, Aleister Black, Cassius Ohno, Drew McIntyre, and Roderick Strong.
For both of our teams, we only differ by one person. For Team NXT, my leader is Bobby Roode. Then I have Cassius Ohno, Hideo Itami, Aleister Black, and Drew McIntyre.
Ooh, I should have picked the day. Well, not over Roderick Strong now, but still.
Team 205 Live, leaders Neville, Cedric Alexander, Akira Tozawa, the Ryan Kendrick, and Austin Aries.
Fair.
The only reason the Ryan Kendrick is because promos.
Alright, so in your scenario,
Right.
NXT 205 Live, who would win? You have to give it to NXT in this.
Yeah, they've got a stronger team. My NXT team is currently stronger than my 205 Live team. But my only problem with that is
Aleister Black factors for me.
Yeah, that's true.
Him and Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, he and Drew McIntyre are just like... I just realized that I basically sentenced Team of 205 Live to death. That's basically what I've done here.
Neville is really good. Akira Tozawa is really good. These guys, I would love to see it. The only person I don't have help for is Brian Kendrick.
Yeah. But he's a veteran.
Yeah. I'm going to say... also fun fact. Ohno and Aleister Black used to be a tag team. The Indies.
That's a scary team.
Yeah, they were a team. As Chris Hero and Tommy End.
Heroes End.
I forgot what their tag team name was. I'm gonna look at it now.
So who's facing who in your scenario?
It was NXT and UK guys.
Oh yeah.
So all those guys except for instead of Hideo, Roderick Strong, and then you had Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate, Trent Seven, Wolfgang, and Mark Andrews.
And who's winning?
The UK guys.
Right.
The UK guys, definitely. I'm
All right,
sorry.
so here's one.
I love Aleister Black and I love these guys.
I have a feeling putting my team 205 with your team against your team UK would end up in the same result with UK coming out on top.
Yeah, I feel like UK trumps all on the sole fact of the three. Pete Dunne, Trent Seven, and Tyler Bate. Those three are a phenomenal tag team.
The guys who, if they're booked properly, could become
yes
could become the new Stone Cold Rock Triple H. trifecta of can play great heel, but two guys are booked basically to be perpetual baby faces.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so.
Tommy End was trained by Cassius Ohno. What? Okay, so I'm gonna see if Chris. Alright, whatever. Can't find it. But, yeah, the UK guys definitely would win that scenario.
Yeah.
So now let's move on to the final topic.
Going to have fun with this one.
Alright, so this is how it works for the Legends versus New Era. We pick one tag team, one women's, one cruiserweight, one mid-card-ish, and one main event.
With
plus honorable mentions in between.
Yeah. The in between mid-card and main event. Now, here's what I'm thinking we should do. Trade it back and forth. So, I have listed here tag teams first, cruiserweights, women's, mid-card, honorable mentions, main event. So, you give your tag team, I give my tag team, you give your cruiserweight, I give my cruiserweight.
Right.
Back and forth, back and forth.
So
and when we get to the honorable mentions, it's just a quick fire. You just label matches, don't go into too much detail.
Alright, so tag team then. First, for me then, should I say. So I believe that one of the greatest matches that we could see in a tag team, Legends versus New Era.
New Era, by the way, means Shield onward.
Yeah, Shield onward. American Alpha versus the world's greatest tag team, Shelton Benjamin and Charlie Haas. Both variations of Team Angle, basically.
I'd watch it.
Yes, I would watch it. Buy it by the thousands. You?
The Club versus the Road Warriors.
Ooh. Ooh.
Just because one of the greatest tag teams currently versus potentially the greatest tag team ever in all of history.
Yeah. Definitely should be.
Despite what the New Day may claim. I love the New Day, but
They're not the greatest.
Mm-hmm. So cruiserweights are next.
I've been heavily debating this in my head for the longest time, and I have come to the realization that Eddie Guerrero versus Austin Aries. Eddie was a cruiserweight in WCW.
Change mine. I'm actually gonna change mine.
Eddie Guerrero was a cruiserweight in WCW. And I really think that Austin Aries, with the character of Eddie Guerrero to deal with, would be absolutely fantastic. Austin Aries playing the confident heel and the cheating face in Eddie Guerrero. It'd be absolutely great. I think it would be awesome.
So for mine, only because they're luchadors, Kalisto versus Rey Mysterio.
That's fair.
It would be interesting to see. I'm not saying Kalisto's really bad, really. It's just lucha things.
Lucha things. All lucha things here.
Yeah, no, what I was going to do is I was going to change it, but I don't think the other guy who I was going to put in there is a cruiserweight anymore. And it was going to be Austin Aries versus Chris Jericho.
Oh, okay.
Because Chris Jericho is technically a cruiserweight, but when he was brought into WWE, they were like, no, put him in the heavyweights. Vince really liked Chris Jericho, but he was a cruiserweight, and that made him mad for some reason.
Yeah. Alright,
Women's.
I think the only match that really would need to happen would be Trish Stratus versus Charlotte. Two of the greatest of their era. Both of them won multiple women's championships, and I really think those two could put on a barnstormer of a match.
Jeez. In the meantime, I have a battle of the women who could kick any man's butt. Asuka versus China.
You just like to watch the world burn, don't you?
I'm just saying, dude. That's a match you would have to get a female referee for, because ain't no man getting in that.
Yeah, I know. Oh man, that's terrifying to think of.
Like, the entrances be over, and then you'd have like referees yelling at the referee for the match to get in the ring, and he's just like, no, no, make me.
All right.
Mid card.
Because we talked about this, because there was a tweet from Jake Roberts. Snake Roberts saying, please give me a match against Bray Wyatt.
Jake Roberts versus Bray Wyatt. The promos.
Oh my lord, that would be absolutely fantastic.
And as much as I know that legends are not really going to lose that kind of feud, it honestly has to be the one that Bray Wyatt wins.
Right. If you lose to an old man, you got some issues here. You?
Pete Dunne versus the British Bulldog.
Oh, that's what you meant earlier.
Yeah.
I guess Pete Dunne versus Regal, which would be a fantastic thing. But I really like that.
That's why I said it. It's because like I thought Regal, but then I saw the British Bulldog and I'm like, oh, duh. New face of British wrestling. Old face of British wrestling.
I like that. Alright, so for the honorable mentions, I'll just name all the ones I have off the top of my head, and then you name all the ones you got. So I got Goldberg Reigns. I got
Spear versus Spear. Nice.
Finn Balor versus Undertaker. Yeah, that's fun. I have interesting one. Kurt Angle versus Chad Gable. An interesting thought. Brock versus Shinsuke. Yes, please.
Yes, please.
I had one more. I think the last one I had was the main event one. So you can go ahead.
So you're gonna hear these and you're gonna wonder why none of them are my main event one.
Mhm.
Shinsuke Nakamura versus HBK.
Okay.
A tag team match: Kevin Owens and Bret Hart versus AJ Styles and HBK. Team Canada versus Team Southern Boy.
Oh.
And they hate each other equally.
Yes.
And then, because both of them don't know when to quit, Sami Zayn versus Mick Foley.
Oh God. Those are really good.
Main event time.
All right, so you seem like you're antsy to say yours, so I want to.
No. You go first.
All right, so this match almost happened.
Yeah, you'd said
AJ Styles versus Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, I know. I figured that was one. What I thought you were gonna say was Dean Ambrose versus Mick Foley.
Oh no, that'd be my mid card.
Yeah, we didn't get that one.
But AJ Styles versus Shawn Michaels. Can you imagine? How many 5 stars that would get?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, I want.
So my main event also features AJ Styles.
Of course.
But AJ Styles versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. I think I've won.
Oh, dang it, I don't have any cash on me. Can you take credit cards for all my money? I gotta simmer on this. Hang on.
The biggest moneymaker in WWE. And the best in the world, number 1.
How do you even pick somebody to win that?
You don't. You just don't. You have them feud. One wins a match, the other wins a match, and then you put them against someone else. Whoever it is, don't care.
They should do the same thing that the Revival and DIY did with the Authors of Pain. They both were feuding for a long time, but then they realized there was a common threat, and then they used each other's finishers on him. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, we should talk about best matches of this year so far. Maybe we can do that.
That's why I had to write these down so I didn't forget any of them. As I was typing this one, my hand, I was like
you had
giddy.
Chills going down. Oh my gosh!
Just typing out AJ Styles versus Stone Cold Steve Austin is like, oh.
Okay, so whatever we're planning on getting 2K18.
Mm-hmm. I may even upgrade the system.
Yeah.
Who knows?
And then we're gonna have to play majority of these matches, if not all of them. All right, so that's gonna cover
phenomenal forearm into a stunner.
I can see that, and it's truly beautiful. Alright, so that's going to do it for this week's Hot Topic. Help us get to 100 subscribers by 2018. If you have any ideas for a Hot Topic discussion, leave it down in the comments below. We will take requests. Right, Brad?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. Hit the thumbs up button and the subscribe button, and we will see y'all next time.